Hi guys, welcome back to the CocoSnow show. I'm CocoSnow, and if you guys want to see how to do this makeup look, make sure you keep on watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be doing a simple, everyday teen makeup look. Let's get started. What we're going to be using first is the Fortnite X Revolution Supply Llama Primer. And it is just my favorite primer. I got it at Walmart and I just think it has worked really good. It's really sticky, and you always want to use a primer because it helps your makeup stay on for longer in the day, and it's just better to use a primer than not. Now we're going to move on to our next step, which is foundation. I'm going to be using the Matte CC Plus It Color Correcting Full Coverage Foundation Cream. And this is just my favorite. You can use any foundation you want. This is just the one I'm using. It looks really nice on camera and like not on camera, so this is the one I like to use. We're going to be using a sponge. As you can see, I use this one a lot for both foundation and cream blush, but we're just going to be using our foundation for right now. I'm going to put just a little on the top of my hand, so we can just dab our sponge into it and put it in all the areas we need. I forgot to do something, which is turn on my mirror, and that's a lot better lighting, so let's continue. I put it on the tops of my cheeks, near my eyes, on my chin, in the middle of my forehead, right here, like where my cheekbone is, but like below it, and on the other side as well. These are just places I put it. Whatever works for you is good. Now we're just gonna blend it out so that I get a full coverage and my face looks nice and even. So I'm gonna cut to when my face looks all even and there's no little blots of foundation anywhere. Now we're gonna be moving on to cream blush. You don't have to use cream blush if you don't have one, but I definitely recommend using it just after your foundation, like what I'm doing. I just do a little swoop just like near my eye, kind of to the side. I don't do it right here because it can get really red in like the deep pores, so I do it up here so that I can blend it in lighter around my nose and like here. So I think it just goes on a lot nicer if I can do it just right here. Let's blend it out. Now that our face is nice and blended out with our cream blush and our foundation, we're going to be using our bronzer. I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Matte, and yes, this is a powder. I use powder because it isn't as harsh as a stick or a cream, and they have much lighter colors in powder, and they just look nicer on my skin. You can use cream if you want. I'm just using powder. And where we're gonna apply is just underneath our chin area. We're gonna go real light in it, and don't forget to blend it out into your neck because you don't want your face to be a completely different color than your chest and neck. And another place we're gonna apply it is we're just gonna go up under our cheekbones, and it tickles a little bit because I'm using a big fluffy blush brush, and we're just gonna go around our hairline. In case we blended any foundation into it, we don't want to have little beige pieces of hair, so this is also a nice way to just clean up your hairline. So this is where I put it, and then I can go just a little down the sides of my nose. Would be better if I had a smaller brush, but I don't. You can just do a little down there. And now we're done with bronzer. Let's move on to the next step. Next up, we're going to be doing some highlighter. I'm using the Disney Minnie Mouse X Revolution palette. It has two colors, but we're going to be using this cream color. This is the kind of brush we're going to be using. It's a smaller fluffy brush, but we're just going to be applying it just under our eye, like to the side of it, just like that. And we're going to do that on both sides. As you can see, I'm getting just a little glowy. And now we're gonna do just a teeny bit on our chin and on the upper lip and a little on our nose. And one place I really like to do it is underneath my eyebrow. And after I do my eyebrows, I will put more under my eyebrow just to clean it up, but this is where we're putting it. After we have done our highlighter, we're going to be using our banana powder or just setting powder and our setting mist. My powder is the Fortnite X Revolution Peely Banana Powder. And my setting spray is the FUN Purifying Setting Mist from Wet n Wild, and it's SpongeBob themed, which I really like. I actually have 2 of these because it just works really good. We're gonna use our powder first. We're just gonna pour a little bit into the cap. Careful, because loose powder can get very messy. We're gonna use another fluffy brush for this. We're gonna apply it in the T-zone and just anywhere where your face can get really oily, because this will keep it all nice and smooth and matte. I'm going under my eyes, on my cheeks, and on my chin. And don't worry about the color of your setting powder or banana powder, because it'll blend into your skin and it'll basically become clear. Another place where I really like to put my setting powder is in the creases of the sides of my nose, because I think if I wear my makeup for like 7 or 8 hours, it'll get really greasy in there, and that's what we don't want, and that's the whole purpose of banana powder. Now that we have done our setting powder or banana powder, we're going to be using our setting spray. And I'm also going to be using a fan because I want it to dry faster, and it'll make it dry a little bit more evenly if I fan it. Now let's spray our face. It's pretty refreshing when you first do it, and oftentimes they smell good, so it also makes your face smell pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna be fanning for the next like 30 seconds. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's move on. We're gonna be moving on to our eyebrows. I have no idea where my eyebrow color is from. I'm pretty sure it was from Dollar Tree, but it looks really dark, but when it goes into my eyebrows, it gets a lot lighter. So we're gonna be using that eyebrow color, and we're also gonna be using a little bit of e.l.f. Brow Lift. And it's clear, it's nice to use, and it doesn't dry white or anything, which is what I really like about it. That's why I use it. And what we're gonna be doing to color or fill in our eyebrows a little bit is we're gonna use the spoolie end of our eyebrow brush, and we're just gonna color the hairs. We're not gonna really touch our skin. We're just gonna lightly go over the hairs so that we don't get a too extreme eyebrow look, because after all, I'm 12 years old and I don't want a extreme eyebrow or extreme eyebrows. Now that we've filled in our eyebrows a little bit, we're gonna go in with our eyebrow gel or like our brow lift, and we're just gonna swoop our eyebrow up. And how your eyebrows grow is at the start, they grow up, and then they grow like sideways, and then they grow down. So that's how we're gonna be brushing our eyebrows out. And it's just to make sure that you don't have like scruffy eyebrows. My light just turned off, but yeah. Now that we're done with our eyebrows, we're gonna be using just a little bit more highlighter just underneath them to clean up any dark areas we might have accidentally touched. And the reason why I'm not going in with a little Q-tip with a makeup remover is because I'll have to blend out all of my foundation around my eye. I know this is a little bit of a shortcut, but also the highlighter just like makes your eyebrows look nicer. Yeah, that's just what I think, but let's move on. Now for our eyeshadow. We're gonna be using 2 different colors. We're gonna be using a light beige and a darker beige, kind of like a brown color, but we're not doing too extreme of eyeshadow. After all, this is a very natural look. You don't wanna really look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. Of course, it's nice to have like a little bit of sparkle or a little bit of color, but I'm just gonna be using a brownish beige and a light beige. First, we're gonna go in with our lighter beige at the start of our eye. Now that we have done both eyes with our light beige, we're going to go in with our slightly darker beige. You can use a different brush if you want, but I just cleaned off my brush. And now we're going to go in with this darker brownish beige at the end of our eye. And we're just going to put a little bit so that it's kind of like a fade from light to dark. And why I am doing two tones is so that it makes my eyes look almost healthier and more enlightened when I put a lighter color towards the start of my eye and a slightly darker color towards the end of my eye. This is making a little bit of a smoky eye effect without using any smoky dark colors. So this is why I really like to use this technique. And the reason why I'm using a fluffy brush is because we don't have to switch brushes in between packing on the color and blending it out. Now we're going to be moving on to eyeliner. You don't have to do this part, you can skip it, but I'm still going to be showing you how to do it if you want to. I'm going to be using the Revolution X Willy Wonka pencil eyeliner. I got this from an advent calendar last year and I have been using it ever since December 1st. It's so wonderful, it stays on for such a long time and it doesn't crease in my eyelid, so it's really nice. The way we're going to be doing this eyeliner is we're going to go from the little crease in the end of your eye, then we're just going to blend it into your eyelid. It's a very simple little winged look, but it's how I do it. It's very easy to do and it just looks very natural and it's not super obvious that you're wearing eyeliner. So that's why I like to do it. I'm going to be using two different kinds of mascara for my eyelashes. I'm going to be using this Essence I Love Extreme Volume Mascara and it is waterproof. That doesn't really matter, but it's waterproof and I'm going to be using it on my top eyelashes. What we're going to do to apply it is we're going to just set it at the base of our eyelashes and we're going to wiggle it up. And that just it touches all your eyelashes and it creates a nice swoop and it makes your eyelashes look really natural. And I actually always get compliments on my eyelashes because I don't know if it's just that they're really long naturally or it's the way I do my mascara, but you are guaranteed to get some compliments on your eyelashes if you use this technique. Now that we've done our top eyelashes, we're going to be doing our bottom eyelashes. It is important to use a smaller headed mascara for your bottom eyelashes, but if you only have one or if you only have big headed ones, then that's fine too. I just like to use a small one. It's really simple to do your bottom eyelashes. You just have to kind of comb the product through them. And it's really easy, just touch each one. Also, I know a lot of people might have trouble doing their right or left eye. If you're right or left-handed, just hold the brush backwards like this and then just comb through them. It works every time and it's a really easy way to do it. I'm going to be using the NYX or NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil. You can use lipstick or you can even lip line, but I like to use lip gloss because it gives a little bit more dimension to your makeup look and it doesn't make your face all matte, so if your lips are shiny or glossy, it looks really nice, and in pictures and in real life it will just make your face pop. It'll look really good. Now that we have finished all of our makeup, we're going to spray our face one more time with our same setting spray. It's just going to make sure the rest of our makeup all stays in place. This look is one of my favorites and I use it almost every day when I put on makeup, and I really hope this helped at least one of you guys. But if you liked this video or found it helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Bye!